public in. Honestly, it's not a situation I want my deputies in. I Tuesday morning drove out McKenzie Highway and saw what some of our deputies were doing. And we don't want that. So we don't want that for the community.
Just so that I can make sure that I'm clear, so is there any reason right now for people in Eugene to be concerned about any sort of evacuation level?
No, and we'd give them lots of notice if that was a concern.
And then when it comes to the lack of resources in the beginning of this fire, what is different from what started on Monday compared to the Mapleton fire? Because I know there were a lot of resources that went to Mapleton.
So I would say that this fire and the fires surrounding it are kind of an unprecedented event, and we make do with what we have, but 72 hours, that's how far we are into this thing, and it's 145,000 acres, right? We just haven't seen anything like this in this state. And then we're dealing with it all along the whole West Coast. So, I can't compare it to other fires or what resources they have, but I would just say that I don't feel like we're being shorted in any way by anyone. All these fires are dealing with shortages of people. So it's just a tough situation all around. And to kind of reinforce what the sheriff's saying about those early evacuations and the importance of that, I know there's a fire in Clackamas County right now, and there's a road with cars stacked up on it. And it's so important to give people that early warning and start getting them out early so we have plenty of time to get them out of the way of this fire.
And then I know you guys mentioned that the National Guard will be coming to this fire. Do you know how many personnel are going to be coming to this fire, according to the governor? And also, do you know how many people are coming from out of state to help out with this fire at this time?
I believe there's approximately 24 people from the Guard coming, and I also know that there are available in the area National Guard air assets, air medical units are working within the state as well. So those are the resources. And what was the second part of your question?
And do you know how many resources will be coming out of state? Because I know the governor mentioned that Utah responded to the call for help, or any of those resources coming to this fire.
Yeah, I don't have those exact numbers, and I'm not aware if they are coming to this fire at this point in time, but we'll definitely get back to you with an answer on that one.
How are firefighters doing, just like in terms of being able to take care of themselves?
I'll tell you, it really varies. Some are very stoic, some are in tears, and rightfully so. Some have lost their homes, right? And they're out there going back out again. One of the fire chiefs in this area had lost her home, and this morning I saw her and I said, "Are you heading back out?" And she said, "Yeah, my people need me," and she's heading back out to the fire line today. So it really varies, and we're trying to take care of each other. And more importantly, we're doing what we signed up to do and what law enforcement signed up to do, right? We're here to take care of the community.
You mentioned fighting the fire from the side. Are you also going from the back, or what exactly does that mean?
What do you mean by fighting fire from the side?
You had mentioned just going from the side or from the back.
So oftentimes, I'm just going to talk kind of broadly here because I'm not sure exactly what you mean by your question. We don't want to get directly in front of a moving fire front, so these fires are moving at a high rate of speed, and we don't want to get directly in front of that. So we will take a flanking maneuver and try to hit it from the side that way, and we will try to get ahead of that fire. But we need an anchor point, and we need a place to escape to if the fire starts pushing hard against us. So that may be what you're talking about, and that's a tactic that's often used in wildland firefighting.
And then you guys mentioned that there are still people near McKenzie Bridge that I don't know if they're trapped or what, but it sounds like you guys are helping those people. What exactly is going on with that group of people up near McKenzie Bridge?
I'm going to let Alex take that one.
You bet. So I'll refer to the map again, just so that there's a frame of reference where our fire's at in Rainbow. The McKenzie Bridge is a little bit farther back, and so this area here, because of the direction the fire was traveling, was in a level 2. So there's still residents that are back in this area, and even this morning we still found, just doing searches in the Rainbow area and Blue River area, we still found residents that have been down trapped because they couldn't get out. So. And there's some people that just don't want, there's frankly just people that just don't want to leave their homes. I think they're very hopeful that that's the only thing that they have. And they're staying in those areas regardless of what we recommend to them. So we're trying to provide as much support to them as possible.
Yeah, how are they getting resources, because both ends of the highway are closed?
We're able to get resources in. We're actually able to go around the fire through Mohawk, and we have a little bit of access up and through the Bend area, up off Highway 20. So we're able to get some resources in. It's just not conducive to this fire camp to get them there, get it there quickly. So that's why we're staging resources there for 24 hours a day.
I promised these guys I'd have them out by 5:30, so we'll take one more question.
I guess I have a question for the EWEB representative that's here.
Joe?
So we're getting a lot of concerns about just the tap water and just water contamination in general. Can you address those concerns that the community is having?
Yeah, absolutely. So we are aware that there are taste and odor issues with the tap water in Eugene, and that's directly related to the fire impacts. What you have is you have the burned and eroded slopes above and around the river, and so when you get that burned material, it adds quite a bit of additional organic compounds into the water. And so one of the things that we started doing on Wednesday was we started using powder activated carbon, and what we call it PAC. What powder activated carbon does is it essentially absorbs the molecules of the organics that we're finding in the untreated water. Once those molecules attach to the carbon, we're able to filter those out and then backwash the filters. And it's going to take, I would say, probably Friday or Saturday until folks in Eugene start to notice an improvement in their water. But I do want to certainly emphasize that the water is disinfected. It is safe to drink. It's just not up to the standards that people have come to expect.
Thank you, and I'll be around for a little bit longer for additional questions, but we're gonna release our incident command staff and our law enforcement staff to get back to their good work. Thank you, fellas.